Cousin Osmosis, a podcast where we...
Cousins.
Talk about the things we've learned through
Cultural osmosis.
First try!
First try. That's the first time we've done it on our first try, and it went so good.
And it's been so long since we've done that.
Yes.
I'm so glad it worked.
Okay.
So, today we are going to be, well, not today. Today we're going to be talking about how we're going to be playing iSpy Spooky Mansion. We will probably play iSpy Spooky Mansion Deluxe, because I don't know if there is one that's not Deluxe. I definitely played the Deluxe one.
Okay.
I don't know what the difference is.
We in the past, if you are listening to this now, will have streamed our live reactions to it and us talking about it a little bit.
Yes.
So, it's the future for us, but it's the past for you, because this episode comes out in conjunction with our reactions.
Yes.
So, maybe, look for the VODs.
Yeah.
I'll try to make sure that they stay alive somewhere.
So, a little brief description. iSpy Spooky Mansion Deluxe is part of a set of iSpy video games. Have you ever played any of the iSpy video games?
I think I might have played this one, but it's been so long I don't remember anything other than maybe some of the images.
I played it a lot. I played a lot of the iSpy video games. The other one I played was like a trilogy. There were like 3 of them all in one game, and you would go into a kid's room and you could zoom in on their little aquarium.
I don't think I've ever
on their
played
little
that one.
dragon toys or on their little rocket ship, and you would either do an underwater adventure, a fantasy adventure, or a space adventure. That was the other iSpy one I had, and then I had the iSpy Pirate Treasure Hunt.
Okay. But I think neither of those sound better. I think I've played the Spooky Mansion one, but it's been so long I don't remember it at all.
The Spooky Mansion one was one of my favorites. It says it's rated for ages 6 to 10.
Okay.
So it's a children's game, very much. It says it promotes language arts, thinking skills, and problem solving. The deluxe version has 50% more riddles and 2 new adventures. You also get a free iSpy book inside, apparently.
That's very cool.
So
I definitely had iSpy books as a kid.
Yes, I think most people are familiar with the concept of iSpy books. If you're not, it's like the game iSpy, but it's a set picture.
If you're not familiar with the game iSpy, it is a person will look at a thing and say, I spy with my little eye something, and then they will say a color normally.
Or another adjective.
Or an adjective, and then the person will try to guess what it is.
Yeah. With the iSpy books, they're more specific usually. They say, I spy 4 jacks or something. But it'll be this picture that's like a bunch of stuff all cluttered together. Sometimes it'll be thematic. And so you are looking for specific things, but they're very hidden.
Yeah.
It's like a little mini scavenger hunt. So the iSpy games are based on the books, where you will have little puzzles within it that look like those book pages, but they're interactive and they usually have some sort of story that go along with them. You're usually traveling throughout different locations or different rooms. In the iSpy Haunted Mansion, I think you can probably guess you are going through a mansion.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me what it is that you know about this game.
What I know for sure is nothing. Here's the thing. I have guesses that might be influenced by what I remember playing about it. Okay. I know that there is a skeleton who talks to you because you have told me about this skeleton.
Yes. I'll get to that.
My guess is that you go into the mansion and the door locks behind you and you can't get out and you have to find keys to escape. Like skeleton keys, maybe? Because that's like a pun. Maybe.
Yeah.
And you go through the mansion to get into different rooms to find the key to escape the mansion. That's going to be my guess. I think it's going to be a very simple plot.
Okay.
I'm hedging my bets, going simple.
That is a good guess. One of the things that stands out about this game to me is quite embarrassing. And it's that I used to play it a lot as a kid, probably around 8 years old. And I had such a big crush on the skeleton. I don't know why. He's not anything special. He's just a skeleton. People say oh, when I was a kid I had a crush on Robin Hood from the movie. And it's well, he's a fox. Yeah, but have you seen him? He's anthropomorphic and looks super hot.
And he's also, like, charming as a person.
Yeah. Or, like, even teenage Simba. Like, yeah, he's a lion, but, like, they gave him some human male characteristics that are attractive. And so, like, I get those. I have no idea why I had the biggest crush on this skeleton. But I remember playing the game specifically to interact with the skeleton. And, like, I had a very active imagination as a child. And so I would, like, come up with scenarios in my head where we would meet and fall in love. And so I
Oh, that's so good.
Like, as a child, the things I did when I was alone were, like, pretend to be having social interactions or make my toys have social interactions because I was just such a social little baby and I had no siblings who were my age. My only brother is 12 years older than me, so I didn't have anybody to play with if I didn't have a friend over, so I just made stuff up and apparently included romances with this skeleton who is one of my first crushes. My first crushes were definitely on cartoon characters, and this was one of them. And I remember that a while ago I had forgotten about it, and then I found the game in our office, and I saw the skeleton, and I was like, oh no. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how embarrassed you get when we play it.
When we play the game. All right, we'll see you after this musical sting.
Yep, enjoy the musical sting.
Bye.
Bye. Welcome back.
We have played iSpy Spooky Mansion Deluxe.
Not just played, but streamed, which is available on our YouTube, which is just called Cousin Osmosis. So if you just YouTube Cousin Osmosis, you should find us.
No spaces.
No spaces.
All one word.
Yep. I think if you do spaces, you'll still find us because the episodes have spaces in them.
Yeah, I think so.
which is double the SEO.
There we go. Look, we did it. We made it so people could find us.
Yeah, so if you want to watch us play through this in real time, well, not, yeah, real time, unless you watch it at double speed like me, because that's the kind of person I am, then you can.
Yeah, it might be good for this, because we're not going to, like, summarize the whole game.
We'll summarize it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll, like, talk a little bit about it, but we're not going to go into, like, intense detail about each puzzle.
Yeah, that would be very boring to listen. That'd be bad audio.
So if you want to know more about the game, watch us, please.
Just describing pictures.
So here we see.
There are 5 keys in this picture. 3 of them have 3 holes in them.
There are 4 bats in this picture, but 2 of them are animal bats and 2 of them are baseball bats.
That's bad audio, so we're not going to do that. But the game was surprisingly competent.
Yes.
I enjoyed myself. Partly maybe because I was streaming in with you. Like, I don't think if I was, like, sitting alone in my room by myself, I would have enjoyed this, but that's okay. I don't think that's the way you should play this game unless you're a small child, which if you are, I hope you're not listening to this podcast.
No, don't. You play the game, but don't listen to this.
No. We have an explicit tag for swearings.
Yes, and sexual content occasionally, if there's sexual content in the media we are consuming.
Yes. Mostly for swearings.
Yeah.
We've done no swearings in this one so far.
Yeah, so far.
I think we might have sweared in
No, I just want to shout the F-bomb just to add our swearings.
Look, we gotta get a record. To keep that explicit tag, we gotta keep the swearing.
Yeah, we're not allowed to tag it explicit if we don't swear in each episode.
I'm pretty sure we swear in the first half.
It's a badge of honor. Yeah, so I have played this game before.
Yes, I have not. I was pretty right about the plot, though. You get stuck in the mansion, and the skeleton is like, solve my riddles 3 to escape the mansion.
It's a very good skeleton voice. In case you didn't listen to the VOD of our stream or watch it live, which you probably didn't, I think it was just Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, and one mystery person.
Yeah, we did get one.
If you're out there, mystery person, hi, we love you. Thank you for watching our stream.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you watched it, you know that Atlas does the voice of the skeleton really well.
That wasn't the voice, though. The voice is more like, solve my riddles 3 to escape this mansion.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, so...
the voice that used to make me swoon as a child.
Yep. And now it's coming out of your cousin.
Yep. Well, I mean, it doesn't make me swoon anymore, so it's okay.
There are no skeleton keys, which I think is a real missed opportunity because it's a skeleton and keys escape things. But you solve each little puzzle room, which are most of the time they're a picture where you just find things like you would in an iSpy book.
Yeah, they look a lot like the ones in iSpy books.
Oh, and sometimes there's like a little game you have to play where you like match things or something, and then you get pieces of paper that you can put together later as a puzzle that tell you like a task to accomplish in the like rooms that you've already been to, which is cool.
Yeah, and that's how you get out.
It's not just like and now you've escaped. It's like here's a thing you have to do afterwards.
They create a plot, and each time you play through the game, there are 3 different playthrough sets.
We only did the first one.
Yeah. The puzzles change, so it's the same pictures, but you're finding different things. And your method of escape changes. So the one we found was just like a secret room, and then you climb out the window. Mm-hmm. The other ones are more exciting, but we didn't do them.
Because we'd already played for an hour, and I don't think I had another hour of looking at the same pictures.
No. I didn't either. I remember as a child playing through all 3 of them in one day once, and I think it took me like 5 hours of straight playing. And I think that might have been the longest I ever spent at a computer as a child. And I felt gross after. I felt kind of sick. Understandably.
Yeah, because you sat in front of a computer for 5 hours doing nothing else, like eating or using the bathroom.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got up to, like, do stuff.
Okay.
It wasn't just, like, straight 5 hours, but it was a lot more technology than my little brain was used to, and so it was too much. That would probably make me feel sick now, 5 hours of straight technology. But, yeah, as a kid, it was worse.
Yeah. You were a child.
The other methods of escape, in case you are wondering, I think the second
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers for iSpy Spooky Mansion Deluxe.
The second one, you make a recipe in the kitchen, and the recipe is like a shrinking potion, and so you shrink and you go out through the little mouse hole that you see at the very beginning when you come in through the door. And then the third one, there's a room that has a ghost machine, and you fix the ghost machine. You have to find the last button, I think, and then find other pieces that are missing to complete the ghost machine. And then when you complete it, you have to run it and turn yourself into a ghost so that you can just fly out the house through the chimney.
Is it just a kill machine?
I don't know!
Where you just... Because turning yourself into
a murder machine! You're right. The way to turn yourself into a ghost is to just, like, die.
Yeah.
It's a murder machine. This game just got darker. Skeleton, no! Oh, by the way, the skeleton's name is Skeleton.
Yep. There are, like... How it works is the, like, different puzzles are in the different rooms in the house. So there's one that's, like, this is the kitchen room. There's one that this is the ghost machine room. There's one that this is, like, the library. Or this is, like, you looking out the window, or this is like the inside of a box. And so there's like a wide variety of like puzzle like locations. It's not all like, and Halloween Town time.
Yeah, no, it's a variety of things. And there's one room, and this is a common theme in iSpy video games. There's one room in which it's completely dark and you need a flashlight, and it's only where you shine the flashlight that you can see stuff. And there's another one where it's a magnifying glass and you can only see stuff like super clearly with the magnifying glass. Both of those are pretty common themes in the iSpy games.
I don't like those ones as much because, well, I have 2 strategies. One is just like look at the whole picture and see all the things in the picture, which I think is most people's strategy. And when I have to like scan thing by thing, I don't see all the things as well. I don't like register them in my brain, so that's just the way my brain works.
Yeah, those ones are much harder.
Yeah, and then also my other strategy is just click on everything.
Which I definitely did as a kid. If I got stuck and couldn't find something, I was like, I'm just gonna click. I'm just gonna keep clicking because I'm done with this. I'm done.
You'll find it eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Some other fun things about this game is every time you click on a thing, it plays a sound effect and like does a little animation. Not an appropriate sound effect, to be clear. It's not like, oh, and now there's a spider sound effect. It's just like, now there is a generic sound effect that we cycle through.
It'll be like,
yep, that's one of
like
them.
That. Yeah. I remembered most of the music cues in this, and I did not expect to remember them. Yeah.
The animations are not always appropriate. Sometimes they're good where it's like a spider like crawls around, but sometimes I think we got one that was just like a pulsing head, which wasn't
Yeah,
great.
I hated that one. It was just the rat's head would pulse big and small, and I was like, why though? That's not what rats do.
I feel like that was like a last minute one.
Probably. They were like, oh no, this one needs an animation. Just make it bigger. And then smaller again. Yeah, so do we want to ask our questions?
Sure, we cannot ask who is your favorite character because there was one character.
Yeah, that's true. We can ask, what is your favorite part? What's your least favorite part? What's the most surprising part? Let's ask, what was your favorite room?
That's a good one.
Because there's, the different puzzles.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, what was your favorite part of the game?
My favorite part of the game? I think my favorite part was like, this isn't like a part of the game, but I think it was streaming it and playing it with you.
Yeah.
like I don't think I would have like enjoyed it very much by myself, but like the process of like streaming it and also like being performative while doing it and also just like hanging out with you because I always like hanging out with you.
Yeah.
It really like brought enjoyment to me to it the same way that like watching things for the podcast I tend to really enjoy because I know I'm like doing it for a thing.
Yeah.
I guess like when I have like a task, when there's like a task involved, like a secondary task involved in when I'm doing a thing, I tend to enjoy it more.
Yeah.
So like I really like streaming it and I think like we'll probably stream more video games because that went really well and I really
it was really
enjoyed
fun.
it.
I think my favorite part was just the experience overall, kind of similar to you. I really liked streaming it with you. I really liked the nostalgia it gave me, because it definitely did. And then I liked, even though it was just Peter, I liked interacting with our watchers in the chat.
Yeah.
Even though it was just Peter, and most of the time he was like, the volume's wrong, I'm gonna come fix it, and then come sneak behind us and like fix the volume of the game.
Yeah, it was good.
It was still fun.
Yeah, I did like that, and I'd be interested to like eventually play a game where you're playing the game and I'm doing the chat, like switch it up and stuff.
Which we will if it's something you've played before.
Yeah. Well, probably not. Maybe not. Some of the things I've played that I want you to play are hard, and so I don't know how long. And
well, I can start playing it, and then if I get stuck, you'll hop in.
Yeah. Also, I know that I think that you enjoy playing video games, but you also enjoy watching people play video games.
I do.
So I want you to like enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it, not the way that I have to enjoy it.
I would want to try playing it, but if I got too stuck, I would just get frustrated and be like, "You take over, I'll watch."
That's fine. I like that. Both me and Peter have a lot of video games.
Yes.
So
we will probably have special guests on soon in this podcast for video games and maybe for TV shows too.
Yes, we need to.
What was your least favorite thing?
Probably just like the like puzzles themselves were not very interesting. It's like iSpy is like, I'm an adult. I don't need to be playing an iSpy game. A lot of them were really simple, and I think there was like one thing where we were like, oh, where is it? It's hard to find. And the rest of them I was like, here. And was like pretty confident in doing it, which made me feel a little good that I was like, I can ace this.
Until you thought about the fact that it was for children.
Yeah. It didn't make me feel good. It still made me feel good because it's like, I am smarter than I was as a child. Thank God. Because I was worried that I was going to be bad at it, and that was going to be embarrassing.
Yeah, I think that was probably my least favorite part too. Not that I like hate the puzzles or anything. They're just not particularly interesting.
No, they're not like terrible. It's just like if there was like something else to do in the game, it would be, the aesthetic was good. Yeah. Like that's not my favorite part, but the aesthetic was like a solid aesthetic. Nice. It was nice.
What was your favorite room?
My favorite room, I really liked the one that with the magnifying glass, that was the butterflies, just because or like moths, because it was very simple, but also the things to find weren't super hard, which I guess all of the other ones were very cluttered. This one wasn't very cluttered, so it was like a very big contrast to the rest of them, which I thought was interesting, and like it was different enough to me from the other ones that it like stuck out in my brain as like, that one is cool. Yeah.
I think my favorite is probably the ghost machine room. And honestly, it's probably just because of the nostalgia. Because I remember the first time I realized that, like, when you go back to this game and play it again, it's different. And the ghost machine ending was my favorite one. So, just nostalgia. I loved the ghost machine.
I know that's, like, a fairly common thing in kids' games, is that when you come back a second time, it's, like, different. Like, I know Pajama Sam is like that, which
Yeah.
We'll have to play Pajama Sam at some
Yeah,
point.
because I never played that.
Yeah, but I played it at Kerwin's, like, a lot.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
I don't think I ever beat it, though. I was a small child who didn't even understand cause and effect.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Those games were hard.
I have, like, specific memories of playing putt-putt and being like, oh, things are different this time. I can go to this location I haven't gone to before. That's fun, I guess. And, like, being like, I wonder if I'll be able to go to that location this time.
Yeah, not realizing that you were the one in...
Yeah, because I solved the puzzle.
Yeah.
Not realizing that at all.
Oh my gosh. Peter and I recently went back and played... What's the children's video game with the fox?
Spy Fox.
Spy Fox. We went back and we legit got stuck.
Spy Fox is one of the harder ones.
We got stuck. We were like, I don't know what we're supposed to do here. And we felt so, like, dumb. We were like, this is a children's game. How on earth are we supposed to do this? We're stuck. We don't know what we're supposed to do to get this next thing we need.
Yeah. A lot of adventure games have what is called moon logic, which is like things that don't logically the logic that makes sense is like things that would make sense on the moon, because like the idea being that they're just like so off the wall that it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. And I think that Spy Fox was one of the earlier kids games and like has some of that in it, is what I have heard. Okay.
Well, now I feel a little better.
Yeah. There are some like weird ones where it's like, that's not important. We can talk about it later.
No, I've heard there's one video game where you can't beat it unless you randomly kill a cat that's like on the side of the game at one point. And there's no way that you would know that unless you just randomly decided, I'm going to kill a cat. Yep.
But we should do some point and click ones too, because I
for sure
have such nostalgia for point and click adventure games.
Me too. Yeah, what was the most surprising part of the game to you?
How, like, polished it was. Like, it was well put together. Everything was, like, well thought out. And, like, they had, like, little, like, quality of life things that were really good. Like, it, like, reads you all of the things that you have to find in the room first. But being an impatient person like I am, I was like, oh, I see the thing already. I'm just going to click on it, which cuts off the reading. Yeah. But you can go down and, like, click on the words and it'll read it for you again. So if you were, like, a little kid who couldn't read it, like, you could still play the game. Yeah. And be an impatient person like I am. Yeah. And it was just, and even though, like, the animations and the sound effects didn't fit and were kind of strange and a little tedious, like, the fact that every click that you did had one of those. Yeah. It was a very well polished game, which was, like, super surprising.
It, like, does what it set out to do really well, I think.
What was the most surprising thing for you?
The fact that I remembered so much of it. I didn't think I was going to remember so much of it. And it, like, didn't... Like, it held up to my memory of it, which I didn't expect to think it was as amazing now as I did as a kid, because I'm not a kid. But, like, I remembered it accurately, if that makes sense. Yeah. And, like I was saying with the little musical things in it, I remembered a lot of those. So, it was interesting being like, oh, and I know this song. Yeah. I've sang this song before. I mean, it's not really a song you sing, but...
It's like a...
little instrumental thing.
Yeah.
Blurb. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, I remembered a lot more of it than I thought I would. So, yeah. Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't, like, regret playing it at all. Like, it wasn't, like, a waste of time or anything, which It was, like, a good game, like, for what it was.
Yeah. I definitely would recommend it to children or to parents of children.
Yeah, like, it holds up now. Like, I think children could play this easily and not be like...
This is dumb.
Where is the Angry Birds? I don't know. What are kids liking?
Where's the Angry Birds? There's not enough emojis.
I don't know anything about kids.
I mostly know things about tiny kids.
Kids like Fortnite, right? That's what my brother likes, but he's an adult, so... Yeah. Well, he's practically an adult.
No, kids like Fortnite. That's true. Like, young teenagers do. So, any final thoughts?
No, it was... I don't know. It was just good. It was, like... It exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, same. I expected it to be way worse than my memory, and it was only, like... It just, like, was the same as my memory, basically. Yeah. One final thought. I forgot to mention this. The one thing that I noticed was I realized why I had a crush on that skeleton as a kid. And it's because he's just a huge dork. And he's, like, really excited about these, like, dorky things. And that's still my type. So I get it. I mean, I don't have a crush on this weird plastic skeleton now. He's literally a plastic skeleton.
Yes, it's like a, not even claymation, it's like they took one of those plastic skeletons that you get at like a fair and just moved it.
I just moved it, exactly. So, yeah. But I understand why, as a child, I thought he was just the bees. Okay. So, next week. Next week,
we're going to be watching a movie that neither of us have watched.
First time on the podcast.
It's going to be Blade Runner, the first Blade Runner movie.
Mm-hmm. I know nothing about the movie.
I know some things, but not, like, coherent things.
So I have, like, no cultural osmosis that I've picked up about this movie. And Atlas has some.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting.
And
then we can do the second one that just came out, and we can do even more guesses on that. Which are gonna
based on the first.
Yeah.
Which will be more close, I think.
I don't see. The thing is, I don't know anything about the second movie, though.
Yeah.
I know things about the first movie.
Oh, yeah. But once we watch the first movie, we might be able to have some guesses.
Maybe. We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see.
But
yeah.
You can find us on Twitter at Cousin Osmosis, on iTunes at Cousin Osmosis, on Stitcher at Cousin Osmosis, on YouTube at Cousin Osmosis. We're Cousin Osmosis everywhere except for Spotify because it's hard to get things on Spotify, apparently.
So we're just not on Spotify at all.
No.
Our theme song
If you have an in for Spotify, like,
tell us. Our theme song is by the amazing Emily Rutherford. You can find more of her music on her SoundCloud at Emily Rutherford Music.
Yeah, and contact us. If you have suggestions for movies and stuff you want us to watch, that's a thing you could do. Hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah, tweet at us. Tweet anything you want at us.
Yes, we will respond probably.
Yes.
Tweet us pictures of your pets.
Yes, we love that.
Yeah. Or pictures of animals that are not your pets that you just saw. Or that you...
Or if you have a question, should I buy this thing? We'll tell you if you should buy the thing.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Tweet at us for whatever. It literally doesn't have to do with the podcast.
We just like social media interaction.
Yes, we do.
I'm slightly scared of it, but also enjoy it. So
yeah, I mean, I think that's most people.
Okay, you'll hear us next time.
You'll hear us next time. Bye.
Bye.